What's up, guys?
Same thing.
Welcome back to the function.
Back to the function.
That was kind of a bad intro, but very excited to be back here.
Yeah.
Especially we haven't been here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Also, I had so much fun doing the other podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I had, so for those who didn't listen to the last episode, I went on the Comfortably on Fire podcast, which is our friend Henry Perret and then his friend Patrick Campisi, who was actually, he was the guitarist in Sophie Bleezer.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
So I'd never met him before. I'd heard a lot about him, but great guy. But yeah, they invited us on their podcast. Colin couldn't make it. So I was just like, hey, we don't have an episode this week. Can we post it? And they were like, yeah. So and they sound exactly like that.
Guys.
That was an accurate depiction of how the conversation went. But it was fun. I literally just shit talked with them for an hour and a half, and Patrick is Italian and he makes very good espresso. So I sound not only more energetic than I normally do, which is a lot, but when you add espresso to the mix, I'm fucking
Espresso Italian?
Yeah. That's like all they drink in Italy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Until you went to Italy.
Well,
I didn't 2 days ago or last week.
Well, I didn't drink coffee. When I went to Italy, I was not
right.
drinking coffee at that point, so
forgot about
I probably would have figured that out.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Right.
So
Okay, that makes sense. It just doesn't.
what?
Espresso, you know? I'm just trying to.
Espresso.
Okay.
What is that? Is that where you were saying it?
Yeah.
You were like,
I was
it doesn't
imagining
feel
it in my mind,
Italian.
and it didn't. Yeah. You know?
Okay.
There's no Iorni at the end. Espressione.
So for something to be super Italian, does it have to have Iorni at the end?
Something like it.
Iorni almost sounds Irish. Oh, the Iorni.
Dude, this is funny. I might have told you this before, but when I was working at Bentley, I was driving back and forth to
That's the name of it. Literally yesterday, I was thinking of the name of the company. I was like, it's
Yeah.
not Rolls Royce. It's not Rolls. And
I don't
and I was like, I know it's a nice car brand, but I can't remember which one.
No, I'd always say Bentley, not the cars. So one morning, I think I had been watching. It was either right when I started Peaky Blinders or something along those lines. But I was like, man, Irish accents are super hard.
They're pretty hard to do.
Yeah, it's just so different, like a really really thick Irish accent, because
It's almost easier to do Scottish, I feel like. Almost. That one's hard too.
I feel like Scottish is probably harder. I'm thinking an extremely thick of either of them.
That's true.
Is like just real, can't understand.
I guess for Scottish, you just sound like it's basically like UK backwoods.
That's
So
I'm imagining.
So you say it's super. You try and do it super thick, and if people can't understand what you're saying, you're probably doing it right.
I'm imagining what's his name from Peaky Blinders, the commissioner.
Oh, yeah, I forget his name. He's a super famous actor. I think
Yeah.
it's hilarious that I was like, this dude looks really familiar, and it wasn't until like season 2 or season 3 that I was like, it's Jurassic Park guy.
Oh wait, he's like
the
old
main
guy?
dude. No,
He's like the main guy.
Well, because the movie came out in like the 80s, so he was a lot younger then.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, nobody's the old guy because he'd be ancient. Yeah, the guy's like, so he talks.
Yes.
Okay, not that. Anyway, so
That's exactly how he sounds.
yeah, so I was on the way there, so it's like an hour and 15 minutes to where I was working every day, and so I was like, I'm gonna do something productive. So I'd been listening to podcasts, but I was like, I'm gonna do something productive today. I'm going to perfect my Irish accent. So I spent the entire hour and 15 drive listening to videos of people speaking like with an Irish accent and like emulating it. And I even watched like a 15-minute video of, it was some lady who basically was like, here's how to do an Irish accent. And by the end of it, it was I just hadn't progressed at all. But now I remember what she said. And she was like, basically all your eyes are like, oi, instead of I. I don't remember anything else, but that is the one that I remember. So they say Ireland instead of Ireland.
That sounds right. Yes. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, and then I did it on the way back, but I was so disheartened with my progress that I quit. But yeah. So that I'm not sure how we started talking.
I
about
don't know
Irish
how we got
accents.
here either, but
I don't know. Yeah, but So that was how I ended up making an incredible Irish accent. Actually, the only time that I pull it out is for the one joke that I tell. You know, about the dock and the bar.
Why don't you tell it for the podcast? Because I don't remember it.
A man goes to a bar.
Okay.
He sits down next to an Irishman. He's in Ireland. And the Irishman looks at him and said, "See that dock over there? I built that dock. I cut down the trees, laid the wood, but nobody calls me Igor the dock builder." Pointed at the wall, he said, "See that wall down there? I built that wall, quarried the stones, laid the mortar. Nobody calls me Igor the wall builder."
Oh,
Pounds on the bar. Says, "You see this bar? I built this bar. Brought in my friends. We built it all together. But nobody calls me Igor the bar builder. But you fuck one goat."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
that's a classic.
That is a classic.
Anyway,
I knew it. And once you did it twice, I knew where it was going.
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite joke of all time. It's also the only joke that I know is going to be funny every time, because what always happens is people go, "Wait, what? Wait, what?" And then they go, "Oh, dude, that's funny." I'm like, "Yeah, you didn't get it."
Yeah, you didn't get it.
It's funny for me, at least.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Did I tell you my joke that I invented in like 6th grade that I was so proud of?
No.
So I invented this. I swear to God, I invented this.
The knock knock joke.
Yeah. Because the knock knock, who's there? Your mom.
I'm gonna be honest. I might like that one better than the one you just told and the one you're about to tell.
Yeah. It was what the baby jalapenos say when they went outside.
Let's go. Sorry, that meme is very old by this point, but
and he said, "I'm a little chilly," like a jalapeno. It's like a chili. Anyway, someone decided. I don't remember who it was, but like in middle school, one of my friends was like, "You didn't invent this. I saw this on a meme," and I'm like, "I invented that in 4th grade. I'm sure that meme was invented way after." But yeah. Anyway, so those are the 2 jokes that I tell.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that threw me off that made me really mad, speaking of Ireland, Sean O'Malley, I guess, reposted a old like video because he posted something about like it's like undefeated champion, which he's been defeated, so that obviously I should have known then, but it was like July 10th and I was just like, hold up. Because if this was this year, that would mean that Sean O'Malley was on the same card as McGregor Poirier 3, and I was about to lose my mind and be like, this is the greatest card of UFC history. I was let down, so that was disappointing.
Oh, is he just talking about...
I guess, because I checked and
Poirier
he's not on the...
undefeated?
No. It was Sean O'Malley. He was talking about like a fight of some dude. I mean, Sean has only fought people I've never heard of, so...
yeah, right.
So I was like, he could have never fought this dude.
I've barely heard of Sean O'Malley.
Once you know the name and then see the face, you will never forget because he just looks so crazy.
What is his division?
I don't remember. He's lower, or at least he could be because he's so skinny because he's so fucking tall. But
Bantamweight. I don't know what bantamweight means.
I thought bantamweight's a little bit bigger, but I don't know.
Shauno. Let's see. He is in bantamweight.
Okay,
Bang.
good guess. Where is what is bantamweight?
Let's find out.
Let's see what that is.
Bantamweight.
Just so much better. They need to rename the ladies divisions. Strawweight.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. It is 126 to 135.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's pretty low. No wonder he looks skinny as fuck.
Wait, hold on. Okay. The bantamweight division in mixed martial arts refers to a number of different weight classes. The UFC's bantamweight division, which is 126 to 135, and the King of the Cage bantamweight class with an upper limit at 145. Is that the smallest for men? Flyweight. Okay.
Flyweight, I think, is a little bit small.
Oh, featherweight is heavier than bantamweight.
Yeah, featherweight is heavier. I knew that, and I knew lightweight is heavier. Like lightweight doesn't sound like it, but lightweight I think is heavier than featherweight.
Yeah. Okay.
Which also I think is crazy, which is also smart, is the fact that unlike boxing, I found this out fairly recently, that heavyweight has a cap on it.
Does it?
Yeah, it's 260 pounds. That's why Francis Ngannou had to cut so much weight.
Yeah. Okay.
Because apparently they would have room for a super heavyweight, which is above 260, but no one has ever fought in it, and I don't think they've ever even like commissioned any fights for it.
There's a light heavyweight. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's below heavyweight.
Yeah, I haven't even seen a fight in that. What is pound for pound? Men's pound for pound.
See, I'm gonna be honest. I've been aware of this sport for so long, and I've heard the term. Even growing up watching Rocky, greatest pound for pound fighter, I don't know what that means. Please Google that.
Let's find out.
I'd really be down to. I'm assuming it's like you have more punching power, or like you have more striking power per weight. Then
I think
that's my guess.
I believe it's a it's like kind of a subjective thing.
If it's subjective, that doesn't make anyone can be the greatest pound for pound fighter. Dude, we are literally the greatest. That's so stupid. Hey guys, we're the greatest pound for pound fighter.
No. I mean, it's subjective based on it's voted on. It's not an objective thing where it's like
they have like literal stats. Like you mean?
Yes. There's no. It's just who has been voted number one.
Oh,
number one is John Jones. Number two is
Kamaru Usman is up there.
I think it's just the most dominant, based on a bunch of different stats that they just kind of vote on. Usman is number 6.
Yeah, because he's number 6?
Yeah.
Well, I guess he's new, but I mean...
Ngannou's like 8.
Well, fucking... What's it called? I mean, Usman's on a 17-fight win streak. I cannot wait for this man to fight again.
I don't like him.
You don't like him?
Yeah. I don't remember why.
Is it because I lost a lot of money betting on Jorge Masvidal?
Yes. Probably. I think because the last 2 times he's fought, I've been going for... Masvidal. It was Masvidal both times.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Well, to be fair, the first fight was stupid. I gained all my respect for him from fight 2, just because first fight of just stomping on him, that was stupid. Sad. But like, no one's really knocked Masvidal out like that. And he just fucking ding.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So
that was epic.
Now we get to see. You haven't seen Izzy's fight is next weekend.
Who's that?
So whenever they refer to the African trio that's fucking up the UFC,
he's
the third one is Israel Adesanya. I don't know how to say his last name, but he's fighting fight number 2.
Are they okay? So Usman is his brother is in the UFC. Y'all said right?
Yeah, and he lost. We bet money on him.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't say Usman was Ngannou's like trainer or something, or like on his team?
He was on his team for the Stipe fight.
Okay.
He was in his corner. He was helping him. And it was yes, because that's what made him, like, I think, a cleaner fighter.
Okay.
Like, Usman helped him. Because I also know Ngannou was there for Usman Masvidal, too.
Oh, okay. Dude, I'm imagining them, like, just sparring and shit. Like, fucking, I would be terrified. You know?
Well, that would make Usman better, is if he has to deal with fighting, dodging a cannon of Francis Ngannou. But...
Good.
That's
scary.
Our parlay hit this weekend. It was sick.
Let's fucking go.
I bet I caused Connor to bust his lip because we were so excited whenever the Islanders scored with the last 2 seconds left.
Electric,
and my fucking shoulder just busted his lip open.
It was electric because we didn't lose. You know, it's because we lost that bet. So we have 5-leg parlay every week, and this week we had 2 bets on.
Did we have 2 losing parlays this week? Oh yeah, we did.
No, we only. Oh yeah, I forgot that you just ate one of them. We had,
which I'm already eating shit, by the way. I lost $50 on the Nuggets last night, so
oof.
I mean, I was up, which sucks because I was up 160 at one point, and I ended up just making a bunch of stupid bets just to see if they'd hit and see if I could extend my lead. But you know, that's how it goes. Yeah, I ate one of the bets. I thought. He's fighting out of Dagestan. I was like, everyone fighting out of Dagestan is either in Khabib's camp and also horrifying. So I was like, this dude's name is like Muslim Sirnikov or whatever. And
he's winning.
And he won by submission. I bet that, or he won by decision. I bet that he was going to win by knockout. So that's why.
Yeah.
Mainly because they didn't have. Mainly because they didn't have his money line.
Oh, what?
I
Why?
was gonna bet his money line. They didn't have him. Connor was like, I was just like, you want to bet something else? And I was like, just do knockout. I was like, he's won 12 of his 17 fights by knockout. Let's just do this.
Yeah, that's pretty good odds, I feel like.
I know.
You know?
There's so many knockouts.
But also, it's like if they keep winning, then every fight it's harder and harder to get a knockout because their
Just
opponents are going to
odds.
be better.
Yeah.
You know? So it's complicated like that. That's how they get you.
Yeah, Jake Paul made an actually good point that I didn't realize. That's how boxing works, is that basically they get you to fight a bunch of unknown people and until you're 20-0, just fighting no ones.
Yeah.
And then they're like, this 20-0 fighter's about to fight somebody. And then that's whatever
Yeah.
they like. That's why there's so many undefeated fighters and all
Right.
these.
Yeah, it makes sense. I actually never thought about that, but that's true. Yeah, dude, that fight was awful. I don't like boxing. I've decided.
I don't like boxing. Yeah. I mean, I listened to a Logan Paul interview and he makes it sound like also was further why it was interesting is he was just like, look, I've trained really hard. He was like, I think I did very well for the
I thought
respect
he
of
did
this.
great, actually.
But he was just like, if I went to fight any other fighter, I wouldn't have taken it. Because he was like, look, Floyd hasn't knocked anybody out in 10 years because he fights defensively. He was
Right.
like, that's really just how he was going to do it. As he was just like, this makes sense because I'll have a better shot of doing this because he doesn't knock people out anymore.
Right. Yeah, I mean, okay, it was literally destined to just be a draw.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I should have seen that coming. I
Yeah.
didn't put everything together until the fight started, and then I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, man, I just do not like watching Floyd Mayweather fight. It's just so boring. I also don't like boxing in general. I just think it's really, I don't know.
It's
my
like,
least
cool. Is
favorite
he
fighting
gonna
sport.
hit him with his right hand, or is he gonna hit him with his left hand? Like,
I don't know. I just find boxing is. I was telling this. I think to y'all, boxing is so optimized now. You know, it's like I was telling this to Matthew, and he was comparing it to the way Smash is so optimized. So Smash Melee, the second Smash game to
Yes.
ever come out in like 2003 or whatever it was, a long time ago.
the one for the GameCube.
Yeah, the one for the GameCube.
I associate it with the console that it was
Yes.
on. That's how
Yeah.
I know the order and the age of the Smashes.
So when that game came out, the competitive scene was already big, and that competitive scene stayed big until now. Like people are still playing Smash Melee for money, like for
Really?
yeah, like thousands of dollar pots. So anyway, so that game has been optimized to shit. Like people play it as perfect as possible, and they've discovered Hungrybox is one of the top players, and he's discovered that the most optimal way to play the game is to kill them once using Jigglypuff, because once you kill them once, you can just fly away and then not hit them for the rest of the match, and then you win. If you're one life above the other player, you win the game technically in tournament rules. So he just kills them once and then runs away because Jigglypuff is untouchable. So anyway, it's like that, you know? It's like as long as you're up in points in boxing and you play defensively and you don't start losing, you know? It's like an optimized play style,
Yeah.
fighting style.
UFC is just also so much more entertaining.
I agree. Everything's better about it.
Dude, like even the fact that just like throwing elbows even is
Yeah.
just so exciting.
It's the thing is, you can never just get comfortable. You know, you can't just be like comfortable with what you're doing because you know an elbow might come out of nowhere. It's like if you every time that Logan Paul like was like trying to like you know get close to him, whatever. He would just like put him in a headlock, and I'm like, see, this will be a great opportunity for Logan Paul because he can.
I know Connor was like, I hope he like suplexes
Yeah,
it.
it'd be so funny.
So I decided just because I've realized that Doge is over. Mm-hmm. Even though I just set my price target at $1, and I was just like, I'm just never
Let it
gonna
be.
look at. I'm not gonna look at it.
It'll be back in a few months.
So I was like, I don't want to look at a shit coin, but I want to be like, what's one that I can put very little money that is so cheap that I can buy? I can have like a fuckload of them. And then yesterday, our boy Ross Vegas posted on his story one that was super, super low. And it's called Ethereum Max. It's built on the Ethereum blockchain. So I was like, I'm already behind this. It actually gives you, you get 2% back every time you like use it to buy stuff. So it's got like actual usefulness. And then also Floyd Mayweather is pushing very much behind it, and you actually could use that specific coin to buy the fight. For this weekend, and it was the only one that you could do that for. So being that, and Ross told me he knows a bunch of other people that are trying to get into it, and he's done his research. So I was like, fuck it, let's throw $100 behind it. Because I was just like, this doesn't have to move that much. Also, I was like, if Floyd Mayweather's behind it, I was like, I really want to find one that hasn't been pumped yet. Because if celebrities can just pump and dump this, I want to be on the right side of that.
Right.
So let me just ride the wave and see where it goes. So I threw $100 in it, and I own 270 million coins of this thing.
Oh my God.
So no, not even. I threw 24 into it. Yeah, I have $24 to get 270 million
Jesus.
coins. That's how low it is. But yeah, so I did that. Then that made me go down the rabbit hole of the things I like and don't like about crypto now that I've actually paid enough attention going through this. First off, I love Coinbase's UX way better than Robinhood. I'll be real honest.
Really?
Other than the
I like
swipe
them both.
feature, feature that Robinhood has.
Yeah, that might be the best part.
I think I like Coinbase so much more.
I only use...
Except for their search. I hate their search.
Yeah, me too.
Their search sucks.
It does suck. I've only used Coinbase a couple of times. So
Do you mostly buy your crypto on Robinhood?
yeah, I mean, I bought crypto 2 months ago and then haven't really bought any since.
Oh, okay.
So
So there was that. Then I realized, holy shit, mining fees are so goddamn expensive.
is that... I guess it's like the same as gas fees. I don't really know all too much about it.
Well, first off, you can't just buy Ethereum Max. You have to buy Ethereum and then
Through
exchange it.
Exchange.
One. Two, my biggest thing is that so I had to buy Ethereum, but it cost a mining fee just to exchange it.
Yeah. No, right.
That one wasn't that bad.
Gas fee.
That one wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
The one that was bad is I only put $24 behind it. So then I had some other stuff left over, and I was just like, fuck it, let's see. I other people know this. I didn't realize smart contracts are really just like lending it out for other people. I don't know what the benefit is, but
That's not all it is, but...
well, I mean, like that's what it was showing is you can like lend out your...
Okay.
So I converted the rest of my Ethereum to this other coin because the APR... or like the interest rate that you get is 13%. I was like, fuck yeah. I'll do that. Mainly because the other one I was trying to do wasn't working, and also it was anywhere between 1% and 24%. So I don't want to risk it being lower. But I had $45 that I was just like, okay, we'll just lend this out. The mining fee was literally half of that.
Yeah,
that was why I didn't do it. And I was like, fuck this. I paid the mining fee to convert it, and then when I tried to lend it out, it was just like, no. So now I just have this other random coin.
I tried to buy Shiba Inu at some point, and I had $50 worth of Ethereum, and I went to buy $50 worth of Shiba Inu, and it was like $100 worth of gas fees. It was insane. It was like I had to buy more Ethereum just to
Apparently, it's just like when there's more miners,
No, it's when there's more transactions.
That's how it is. It goes down.
No.
Because they said there's a backlog, and that's why.
If there's more transactions, gas fees go up.
Okay.
If there's more miners, it goes down. But there's only so many people that can really mine, and also they should be getting super efficient. So what they've said is with Ethereum 2, it's supposed to drop or make the efficiency go up by like 90 whatever percent. Which I don't know. I don't know how much that's true or just them just saying shit so they can bump price. But however, what I do know is Ethereum 2 is like a big old deal.
I thought that was hilarious. I was like, can they not come up with a better name? Ethereum 2.
No, it's perfect. I'm going to make an Ethereum coin that's literally just Ethereum and then call it Ethereum 2. It's just entirely exactly the same. We've been talking about, we've been talking about this for a while. For like the last 2 weeks. We want to make a coin and call it Free Money Coin.
Oh, you've told me about this. Please explain it to a listener.
So it's going to be literally free money. It's going to start at 1 cent. It's going to go up by 1 cent every day for the rest of eternity. That's it. It's free money coin. How can it go wrong?
So is that guaranteed? But then obviously the price can change based on supply and demand?
No, the price is...
I don't know how that would work then. I don't know why anyone would ever buy that.
Because you know your money's going to go up.
Wouldn't that be
worth
worth
why
it?
anyone would sell it.
No, wouldn't that be worth it though? Like, well, dude, because like it's like cool. It'll go up a cent tomorrow, and then it runs up 20 cents, and it's like cool. It's going to go up another. It'll go from 20 to 21. So then it'll just keep going. Yeah, but can't the price? I mean, like, what if it drops 15, but it's like or it drops to 5, and then you're just like, it'll be 6 tomorrow. Like,
it does drop. It goes up forever.
I'm saying, I'm telling you, even though this is your idea is supposed to be really stupid, I think if you actually had it function like a market, that would still be the appeal. Is it's just like we're just going to increase, like it's just going to go up.
I see. Just
it's
make
going to
crypto,
function,
but also just
it's
force it to
it's
go
going
up
to be literally. It's going to work like that, so that you know that it's like that, so that even if it tanks a ton, you're like it'll still go up on tomorrow.
It's going up linearly. No, we were just like, let's just make the biggest cash grab coin that we can. And we're like, that would be perfect. Because everyone would be like, buy in early and then everyone would just end up holding a bunch of, worthless coins. But we'd have sold out at 20x.
Yes.
So
potential fraud. We love that.
It's not fraud. How is it fraudulent? It's people being stupid. I'm telling everyone right now what it does.
If you only sold this to accredited investors, you'd get away with it. The amount of financial regulation they have, especially now that it's creeping into crypto, of just the regular investor,
I don't think there's any regulation still.
They're cracking down. At least on the tax end. So there's also that.
That makes sense.
But all this crypto talk wants me to lead into one cool thing that I found, and that they're very smart on this, is that basically the Winklevi decided that they were going to open a ton of their mines in the South because they're just like, hey, Elon Musk threw out the environmental issue with crypto mining. And they were just like, yeah, which is so true, the amount of natural gas that is just burned just because it's so cheap and they have so much of it that they're just burning it off because they have nowhere to store it. They're literally just like going to be having natural gas powered generators run mines, and they're going to have them like close to it. So like transportation, because the other issue is like, the reason natural gas is cheap as shit here, but like all the places that really need it, it's so expensive because they're like, we don't want the pipeline.
Right.
So it costs so much just to ship it up there. So the price is through the roof, especially during the winters. And natural gas burns very clean. It's just, I think that it's got gas associated in the name that people are like, no.
Yeah. It's still like less clean than like solar, but it's cleaner.
Isn't it way cleaner though than like other fossil fuels?
If you mean coal, yeah.
What about gasoline? How much is it?
Same thing. I think. Or am I stupid?
Natural gas does not run in your car, so I don't think it does.
Right.
Natural gas is like what you use your oven. If you have a gas stove.
Oh, right.
That's that.
I'm dumb. Let's see.
So I thought that was interesting. But then I realized I watched them on Tim Dillon's podcast, which first off was quite the interesting thing. Tim Dillon headlined the Bitcoin conference in Miami. And at the main panel, it was Tim Dillon, the Winklevi, and Jake Paul.
What? I did hear about that. It was like Bitcoin, whatever.
First off, did you see the video I sent you that it's like what no pussy does to a motherfucker?
Mm-mm.
There was some dude earlier in the at the conference, and some dude in a suit literally ran up on stage. Like, this is how shitty the conference was. Their security was nothing. Some dude in a suit was just like on stage and like walked up, ripped the suit off, and just had a Doge shirt under it and just started autistically screaming Doge to the moon until the security had to bring him off stage.
Oh my God.
And it was so cringy. It was so cringy.
Yeah.
But yeah, also the Winklevi, I don't know. I guess when Army Hammer was playing both of them, they seemed way more alpha. I know they are still alpha because they were Olympians, are like 6'6", and there's two of them. And they're billionaires. But they're so nerdy. I haven't listened to them talk this long. They're such nerds.
I don't even know what. Oh wait, no, I do know what they look like.
They're such
You know
nerds.
why I know what they look like?
Because they were in a pistachio
That is
commercial.
it.
Yeah, and they were like, you stole the cracking sound of it. I don't know. They just like meme
something
them.
dumb like that. Something pretty not very funny.
I still would like to make fun of them more, but I'll give them credit for how hard and how early they were writing crypto.
Yeah.
It's not like they just took a couple $1,000,000 as it got a wave. They were very fucking early on it.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know how much they put into it, but I remember in like the early days when it was like starting to get big, they were like the first people that were excited about it.
I still don't like though that they're still on the Bitcoin train though.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't understand why Bitcoin is like so popular. Like, I feel like it's just the worst in every way.
It's literally just digital gold. I mean,
Kind of, yeah, but
it doesn't do anything.
it's like worse because I don't know.
I mean, I guess you can use
Well, I guess-
gold for stuff.
I was gonna be like, it's worse for the environment, but I'm like, I guess mining gold is really hard too.
Yeah.
So probably worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just keep thinking back to that graph where it was like it's 10 times more power to mine a single Bitcoin than a single Ethereum, and it is like 700 times more power to mine a single Ethereum than a single Doge.
Damn.
I know, that's insane. It's like 7,000 times more for Bitcoin than Doge. If you do that math right there.
I didn't. I remember Connor laughed because he saw me do 14 plus 3 on my phone calculator because I can't do mental math anymore.
Dude, I tried to divide something in my head and I was like,
No, not at all.
I don't even remember how. I can't even do long division.
I know. I literally was thinking, I was like, how the fuck do you do long division?
Dude, I figured it out. It took me a long time, but I figured it out.
Damn. So what's it called? Please send us fan questions. I just want to say that. Also, one team, can we get an intern? We'd really like an intern. I'd like to treat him like Hank or Jake or Billy from Pardon My Take. But
while we're still on crypto though,
yeah,
we missed out big.
on
Diarrhea coin. Matthew had heard about this coin and was like, he had to trade it through poocoin.app. That was the only place that you could exchange it on. And so, but he couldn't figure it out or something, so he ended up not buying any. But the next day, it jumped like 60%, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I've really missed out." Which is also the craziest thing. 60% is like not that crazy in crypto.
I know.
You know, it's like I want 300%.
I know.
You know, that's like the
No, I want 1,200% in crypto.
Right. It's like
If I'm not expecting to put 100 in and get 10,000 back, I don't want to invest in it.
yeah, it's like anything below, twice your double your money is just kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Except for Ethereum, because I'm long in Ethereum. Did you know Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. What were you gonna say?
Just staking Ethereum is 6% annually.
No, I didn't know. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know exactly what it means either. But basically, you can stake Ethereum, which means it's no longer tradable. But you just earn 6% on it, just flat. All for it.
I don't know if I'd like that. I can get more of that yield.
Like a bond.
I mean, it depends on the bond, but definitely not a treasury bond. No fucking way. Switching it up though. So have I told you I've been reading the book Scar Tissue? Mm-mm. So that's Anthony Kiedis' autobiography.
I don't know that.
He is the lead singer and founder of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, okay.
It's been very interesting. It's starting to get interesting for me because so far 90% of this book has been cocaine and heroin use. This dude's lived a wild life, especially as a bum. And I mean that literally. He literally was a bum. But he also like smoked weed for the first time at like 8 years old and was just like,
Whoa.
yeah, no, it was wild. Lots of drugs in this. Drugs are wild. Stay away from that shit. He was like, he literally used to, the reason he got into heroin was because he didn't snort coke. He injected it. So it would just hit instantly. And whenever your body would just run out of the endorphins or whatever that it uses to like when you do drugs, he was literally like, you feel like so just hollow. And you feel awful. So he's just like, so to make that better, I just do heroin. And that's just what he'd do after, is to like to help with the come down of coke. Of
What
inject. So
the fuck?
So it was
Holy
wild.
shit.
But their first guitarist OD'd already in the story. So he's clean. He's been clean for like a year or 3. But they just are touring for Blood Sugar Sex Magic, which was like their first really, really big album.
Okay.
That like blew them the fuck up. So that was cool. It was crazy to see them go. Like, it's so crazy to see that they blew up so quickly that they literally went like, there was so much demand that like they started the tour doing like theaters and like had to, by the end of the tour they were doing arenas just because they grew that big. Like in the middle of it, they were just like, there's too much demand that we have to rebook you for the fucking arena.
That's crazy.
So yeah, no, that's like being like, no, not the Sanger. We're gonna do we can't fit the demand in the Sanger.
Yeah.
You're doing Smoothie King Center
Yeah.
now. So that was cool. Also, it was wild the fact that I don't know how much of these bands you probably know most of them, that it was just like on leg one, literally Pearl Jam and Smashing Pumpkins opened up for them, and neither of these bands were like ever heard of at the time.
That's funny.
And then Smashing Pumpkins got out and they put Nirvana on. So there was literally like for leg 2, so it was just like Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and Red Hot Chili Peppers like all on the same tour.
That's
which
crazy.
is also
What a tour.
It's I mean, that's crazy to think about, just being like, that would have been a good one to be on.
Yeah, that'd have been a crazy time.
That's like whenever Kendrick Lamar and A$AP Rocky opened up for Drake on the Take Care tour.
Yeah.
I think that's like in my mind the only thing I can think of that kind of compares to that.
Yeah.
At least for rap.
Who opened for Drake and Future on Summer 16?
Roy Woods, P&D,
Oh,
I think. I mean, it was OVO guys. But,
Okay, yeah. Which, like,
well, this time, this is different now because Drake's so fucking big that it's just like, oh, I'll get Migos, who are already huge, to be my opening act.
Yeah.
Like, that
was really funny.
wild. No, because they were still kind of small with this, but they were just in the process of blowing up big time with this. So that was that. I thought it'd be more. I mean, if you don't like their music, it's just interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if is there a parallel, like now? Like, I feel like we don't have, I don't know. I'm imagining like a parallel between what was to that generation, like, Red Hot Chili Peppers and like that tour to us, Because I feel like
I've seen some fire tours.
I feel like grungy rock was kind of an element on its own,
Yeah, no, that's true. I don't know. Oh well.
I don't know either. I can't really think of any, but
one thing, we're so late on this, but I wanted to say this just because we're a Fuck Friends podcast. But did you see that? That each Friends cast member took home $2.5 million just for their 1 hour, like hardly scripted, fucking reunion.
Holy shit, that's insane.
Yeah. Apparently, they've also each taken home. I don't know how true that is. That doesn't sound right because I don't know why they would be. Maybe that's why most of them haven't done shit since. But apparently, the show made so much money that each cast member took home almost 100 mil, or has made to date 100 million in earnings.
Whoa. Do they still get like money from that?
That's why I'm confused, because I don't know many people who still get cuts for that unless they did everything. Like, that's why Jerry Seinfeld is so
Right.
rich, is because he wrote, created, starred in, produced, and I think he produced it. The show, so obviously he owns like most of the show, so he gets all the earnings that still come from it.
I feel like probably by the last season, when it was just like the biggest show in the world. I don't know if it actually was, but
I know it was up there. I mean, it was one of the top. I mean, it's still one of. I mean, it's grossed. I mean, I think it's earned like a 1.1 billion.
Jesus, yeah. I assume by the time it was like, nearing the end, they were like, yeah, we're not gonna do this again unless we get some residual income.
No, because I feel like with that they'd have to start. They'd have to start with that.
Well,
Or I guess
don't think they
or I guess to continue the show. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
I'm
you're
imagining
right.
like a new contract or like.
Yeah, no, you're right. Which I could be wrong, but I heard Dave Chappelle talk about this. I think after hearing his protest, the studio that owned the Chappelle show came back and realized that they were kind of dicks, and they came up with a new contract, and he actually is getting money from residuals on the Chappelle show now.
Oh, that's nice.
So, first time in history. I don't think anybody's ever been like, "Oh, we do feel bad for screwing you over.
Yeah.
We'll give you some money."
That was kind of mean of us.
But that was interesting. Just wanted to do that little tidbit. Final thing I really have, unless you is Eternals. Pretty excited for this movie. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for it at all. So do you know what they're about, or what it's about? They're kind of like cosmic beings, and like the way they explain it in the trailers, they kind of like it just shows like very tribal people, and then you see a spaceship just show up, but they're just like good people, and they like help them like.
It's like me and Spore.
Do you help them build tools? Like they help them build tools? Yeah. Like they kind of just like help them build tools, help them like form society. And they kind of just like watch from the shadows and kind of just vibing.
Me and Spore. And then you blow up their planet. Not usually them.
But,
blow up someone else's planet.
But yeah, it was very interesting to see. They each have like, I think, their own power. Kamal still looks jacked. Or well, I guess.
Wait, is he? That's
the
from
role
Silicon
he
Valley?
got jacked for.
That's the Silicon Valley guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, have you seen that picture, the meme of him? Hold on.
I've seen a ton of memes of him about like juicing versus or like other stuff, but
No, it's been a big. I don't know. Maybe it was just in programmer,
maybe.
like Twitter. But hold on, it's Hold up.
While Colin's figuring that out, we want to not say anything, but we just want to say that Colin and I are working on a very exciting business idea that we cannot wait to talk about. But but as of now, we can't, because we still need to build it and make money with.
But it's about to be sick.
Yeah, it's about to be so sick. We're about to recreate Silicon Valley and just the show, and just that's gonna be us. Except I don't want to move to California.
Yeah. Fuck. Man, I'm so sad. I just saw 5,000 of them yesterday, and now I can't find one.
Also, they made a joke in the trailer, but according to the comics, sorry for spoiler on this, they made a joke and they were just like, "So who do you think's gonna run the Avengers next?" And like the head of the Eternals is like, "It could be me." And then
Like
like
the Eternals is part of the Marvel.
it's a Marvel,
universe?
yeah.
Oh,
It's a Marvel movie.
I didn't understand that. I was like, I don't know why you're excited for this. I mean, it sounds pretty cool, but
And he makes a joke and he says, "I can do it," and then everyone at the table laughs. But apparently in the comics, once Cap and Iron Man are out of the picture, he is like one of the guys who steps up to.
Who?
I don't know his name, but
One
he's
of
like
Iron Man.
the head of the Eternals.
gotcha.
So there's that. But
Oh damn. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Whatever. It's just it's a picture of him looking like real nerdy and just like
yeah, I've seen it. I've
sweet.
seen so many memes where it's like him from Silicon Valley,
Yeah,
and then him now
him-
that he's ripped.
when he was like walking outside in the tank top.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was exactly, but no, I've seen that meme format used quite
Yeah.
often. But
oh my god, have you seen Jupiter's Legacy?
no.
I haven't either. Looked good.
Next, what I need to do and see is because of all the memes that I've enjoyed come out of it, I need to finally see fucking Invincible, Incredible.
Oh, yeah, Invincible.
Omni-Man. I call it Omni-Man show.
Invincible.
That's what I call it.
I need to watch the first like 6 episodes because I just watched the last few with Hunter and Lily, and I was just like, you know.
I need to see because the TV couldn't fucking load the very gory first scene that you told me to look up.
Oh yeah, no, I was thinking about it was like the last scene, but oh no, yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, the fighter pilot scene. That shit was crazy. It was awful. You're gonna be like,
you're just gonna feel bad.
yes, so bad. It like hurt me.
Damn.
But it was awesome. But it was sad, but awesome.
Ready to answer the internet?
Yeah.
Would you accept $1 million to be deported from the U.S.? Oh wait, I think we already did this one. Did we? You can never come back, but you get to take one person with you. I swear to God, we've done this one.
Wait, no, yeah, we have done that one.
Hold up.
I think we said yes because we can just come back.
I guess I'm pulling from the back one. Would you rather have one giant dick for an arm or have all your fingers be dicks? Very different style question.
Are they just actually dicks? Like I can't like grab anything?
I mean, unless they're hard, I feel like you just have to get hard.
It'd be so difficult. I was gonna say hard, but you know, I think one giant dick arm because all my fingers being dicks means I have no usable fingers. But one giant dick arm means I have.
You at least have one hand. Yeah, and I mean maybe if I can use it like to like fight with, so like for like dead weight, whenever it's like flat, so I can just swing it. But then when it's hard, I can like punch with it.
Mm-hmm. Can I pee out of it? Oh, if it has feeling, punching might not be a good idea.
Or gel the whole fucking thing. Just have a giant just vat of Orgel, just stick your arm in it and just fucking start.
Wait, can you even? Is it just like you're throwing it around?
Yeah, well, flaccid. I feel like hard. It's gonna just be there, so you can just.
Like, yeah, I think one arm,
one dick
because
arm.
I want my hand. I want a hand at least.
Which is crazy that they said that because I've already got a middle leg. I mean, come on.
Oh.
I still think one of my favorite things I saw was like a kid who drew it, or it looked like a third grader drew it with crayons, but it's just like, oh shit, and it just shows a dude like putting on pants, but like his dick is so long that like it went through his pant leg. He's like, I put my pants through my middle leg again, or whatever.
That's funny.
But do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, we finally watched Demon Slayer. It took us a long time to watch it. Mm-hmm. I would recommend it less than Attack on Titan, but more than Castlevania.
Okay. I need to finish Castlevania 1.
That's all the animes I've seen, so.
I need to finish Castlevania 1. 2, you need to watch My Hero Academia. Y'all would fucking love that shit.
I keep telling Lily that, but I keep forgetting.
She chose to watch a ripoff of The Witcher. I've actually never seen The Witcher, so I know nothing about it, so I don't know. Whatever show she was watching before the Mayweather fight.
Oh, no, that was one that I've been asking to watch. She and Hunter watched it already, and I was like, and she was talking about it, and I was like, that sounds sick. It's called Shadow and Bones. We're not very far into it, but basically the plot is that there's a giant shadowy wall thing dividing a country in half. And inside it, there's a bunch of fucking evil creatures and shit. Anyway, so the goal, basically the country's divided, and they want to reunite the country, or like the powers that be, I
feel like you really wanted to just say the powers that be.
No, I didn't because I forgot. Is that be or at be or?
It's the powers that be. Wait. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I don't know what it is.
Whatever. Powers that.
The powers that at be.
Powers that be. So anyway, the powers that be want to reunite the countries, but a lot of the lay people don't, and like there's like this class conflict, and I don't know, it's interesting. But it's not quite as interesting as, I don't know.
I was not engaged at all.
Yeah,
it was not interesting to me.
We're
at all.
on episode 2. Episode 2, but I was like less engaged than I had hoped. But I don't know. There's a lot more shows.
I would say there's more engaging stuff from the guy with the beard who was on the horseback with that girl. Who I told you was in Punisher.
Oh yeah,
season 1 of Punisher, way better than that show. I'd bet money on it.
I've decided officially that I don't like anything that's stressful. And Punisher seems pretty stressful. Did I tell you about Startup, the show that we started watching?
No.
Holy fuck. I have never felt such anxiety in my life. Even from like real life things.
All right. What about Uncut Gems?
No.
That was pretty
more stressful.
Really?
100%.
What the fuck?
Like 5 times more stressful.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's basically like, imagine like Breaking Bad episodes 1 through 3. No, episode like 3, where they're trying to, they're like the dudes in the basement. They're like trying to figure out how to kill him, like that. Except the whole show, and it's more stressful. It's awful. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. But I think it would be, if you like stressful things, I think you might like it.
Maybe.
It's so the idea of it is that the girl, like she's a Stanford grad, and she's built a new cryptocurrency essentially, and it's better for whatever reason.
It's called Better Coin.
Yeah, it's called Gin Coin. And then there is the guy who's I don't remember what the actor's name is, but he just got $2 million from his dad, and he's an investor. He's an investor at like a private equity firm.
A VC fund?
No, it's not a VC fund. It's like a big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can have VC bid anyway. Continue.
It's all in Miami also. So I think he's at a private equity firm. And so he gets $2 million from his dad, and they hear the pitch for Gencoin, then he goes out of his way and like invests in her personally. But then there's also this storyline with this dude who's from like a gang outside of Miami, and it's just so violent, and it's like really, really intense.
What does that have to do with the story?
He comes in, part of the money that his dad gave him was actually money from gangs that were that was getting laundered. Yeah, his dad was a money launderer, and that guy comes to get his money back, but he decides to leave his investment in there. It's really crazy. It keeps getting crazier, but the entire time, it's just so much stress. People are freaking out. Like, there's also this storyline with this FBI guy and then he murders his friend, and then in the bathtub.
What is this show?
Yeah, and then like Ronald, the guy from
McDonald,
the gang, they kick him out of the thing, and then he goes kill a bunch of people. And then you're like, I like you, but like you're a real shitty person because you keep killing all these people. And then I don't know, dude. It was too much for me.
Damn.
I would say if you don't mind super stressful shows, go watch it.
I was about to give you another stressful show, and then I forgot. Oh no, I remembered. Ozark. You should watch Ozark.
I've heard Ozark. Lily watched Ozark, and she was like, it was good.
It is really good.
It didn't sound like it was too bad.
It's about money laundering,
okay,
and cartels, so it's very stressful.
In the Ozarks?
Yes.
In America? Like American Ozarks?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any other Ozarks. Okay.
I know there's a Camp Ozark.
Yeah, in the Ozarks.
Are they actually in the Ozarks?
I think so.
That makes sense. Makes sense why it's called that.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It's good. It's called Startup. It's crazy. It's like, it was good because it was like half of the show I liked because I'm like, oh, it's interesting. It's like, tech, startup, fun stuff, whatever.
We need to finish.
Half of it's like fucking murder.
We also need to finish Silicon Valley just for the meme sake.
I haven't started it.
I've shown you like an episode, haven't you? Or haven't you seen an episode or something like that?
I've seen.
Also, just
episodes.
the big tech cameos that are in it are also what makes it funny to me.
Yeah. I've been wanting to watch it for forever.
Like, one of my favorite ones was that in the episode before, they trashed the main character's startup trashed Snapchat because like the guy who was investing in them also invested in Snapchat. He's like, oh fuck Snapchat. Snapchat's a piece of shit. But like somehow it got like back to and it was just like something about that, and like Evan Spiegel, the guy dies, and then Evan Spiegel's like speaking at his funeral, and he's just like, I know some people said that Snapchat is total shit, and just like quoted him, but he's like, but I don't think this guy thought that way. Or
That
whatever.
is so funny.
And yeah, that was just funny.
No, I do want to watch that show, but okay, so you know how I'm always like, oh, put it on the list, and there's no list.
Yeah.
There's officially a list now because it's stuff that I've been wanting to watch.
Because I was about to say, there's stuff that you actually want to watch.
Yeah.
A lot of it is people are just telling you to watch it.
Yeah, and I'm like,
you
oh, I'm
don't
put on
want
the list. No, so it actually goes. It's Mandalorian, My Hero Academia. You don't like Mandalorian?
I cannot finish season 1.
Why?
It's just not engaged. It's just not doing it. It's too slow.
Oh, okay.
Like literally the most engaging episode also had Bill Burr in it. It was faster paced, and I know he comes back. I know everyone tells me season 2 is better, except for Jack. Jack's the only person who always thinks that the first season of every show was better, which is kind of weird. But yeah, no, I would move it lower on your list. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Well, yeah, I want to watch. So, well, Demon Slayer season 2, which is actually a movie, which is in theaters, which is crazy.
Yeah, I like that concept where
too,
maybe they
but-
have a story that's too short for a season, so just make
That's
that a movie.
exactly what it is. The entire movie is so the last episode they're on a train, and the entire movie is about them on the train. It's like they set it up quickly in the last
Tickets, please.
yeah, tickets, please.
He's just in that fucking movie.
The last 2 minutes of the episode, they set it up, and then it's like a big cliffhanger, and then the entire movie is about the train. Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel like going to theaters. I was hoping it'd be on Hulu, but it's not.
Is it on HBO Max?
I don't know.
Because Warner Brothers announced they put all of their movies that are in theaters just also directly on HBO Max.
I might go to the movies though if it's not in that case. But yeah, so those are there. I want to watch Full Metal Alchemist, but I don't really care all that much. And just Clay told me to watch it, so I said okay.
Devilman Crybaby is also high on their list.
What is that?
It's an anime. It's another one.
Yeah, no, the animes that I wanted to watch I've actually pretty much already watched.
Interesting.
But I'll probably watch My Hero Academia because I want to, and also Garrett said it was good. So
Jack and Clay both fucking love that one too.
okay.
I just think it's another scenario where they've been working on the new season for so fucking long that they've forgotten about it.
Oh,
and just
okay, yeah.
haven't talked about it until,
Yeah.
because there hasn't been a new season in 2 years.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Oh, and One Punch Man. That's the other one.
Well, I mean, if you want the commitment.
What?
I could be. No, I'm thinking of One
No,
Piece. Never
yeah,
mind.
One
I'm
Piece.
thinking of One Piece.
One
Never
Piece
mind.
is 1,000 episodes.
Yeah.
One Punch Man is 3 seasons, I think. But the thing is, okay, the reason I didn't watch it before, because it seemed interesting, is Clay basically was like, you won't really get it until you've watched a few other animes, because it's kind of like a satire on anime
Animes?
as a genre.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. So, and now I feel like I've watched enough.
You have.
Well, 3, because Avatar, which I don't know if that
That
counts.
doesn't
It doesn't
count.
really count.
That doesn't count.
But 2. But also I think it's more of a satire on the more childish ones where it's like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I actually do. This makes sense to me now, as I think it does.
Everyone's just super overpowered and
Yeah. No, that's because my
even in my final form.
my roommate from High Point, he for Halloween walked around campus as One Punch Man. He had the full fucking costume.
That's
and then we made it a meme because he was in his high school play. He was Shrek. They did Shrek the musical. So he had a Shrek costume. So it evolved to One Punch Shrek, to where he just wear the One Punch Man costume with the Shrek mask over, and it was great.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, yeah, I want to watch that one, but just because I think it's just kind of
It's a meme.
yeah, kind of like a low stress show.
Yeah.
You know.
You want to get out of here?
Sure.
Alrighty. Follow us on everything. We'll hopefully have better content next time. Actually, next week I think we're gonna have a different styled episode, but I'll tell you that later.
Okay.
But yeah. No, this has been fun. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
And bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Where it's at.